Hi guys, I've just released ATT. We are at version 26, 2026, the month May 4th edition, and it's a complete restyled version. So once you see 26.05, the May edition, remember that things have changed so considerably that we really need to report, right? Tell me if something is wrong and if we should change anything, right? And in the if you launch the ATT, which is the Archlinux Tweak Tool, and it's all for the Arch stuff, right? Anything that uses basically Pacman. So if you launch ATT, I do it like this, and with this, it does not stay a black box. With this, you communicate, and you can see whenever you click something, you install something, it will tell you installing Olama, etc. Press enter to close or remove it again. Right, it'll tell what's happening. Now, if that's not enough, as a developer, I wanted more, right? I typed debug. There's an option to debug further, and that's actually what might be handy for me. If I install things, I want more information. So some of these options actually give you extra information, and it will say debug in quotes, in square quotes it says debug rather than info, like up here, and give you some extra info. If I need it, I'll tell them to report more information. So that's gonna be changed in the future as well. So if there is something more to report, you'll see that there is more communication, right? The thing is, I don't like black boxes. Probably you don't like that either. So the Archlinux, that's the long way of typing everything, Tweak Tool, right? And then just launch it. Or if you want to report something, if you really want to see anything, maybe there is more communication in the debug section. Like for instance, I don't know, if we're gonna stay this, apply this one, it's not in a debug, but you get a lot of information what happened to your system. Your Erik, you want the session, oh my chadwm up here, you want this theme, you want this cursor, and you're gonna save it to etc SDM. So more information is always good, right? I'll work on that so that in the future versions everything becomes super transparent. And if you are going to I don't know, do anything like installing kernels and installing icons, you basically say install me all of those, right? And then you say install it, then everything is communicated here or either here. But this is a simple install, so you see immediately it's there, right? You see it up here, it's okay. So I don't need anything more here for debugging, but there things can become very technical, and then I need to see, is the right file written to the right place, for instance. So that's the ATT. It's now on your systems. Bear with me, right? Report github.com, Erik Dubois, there it is. But we're here to do something else. We're here to test this on the Arch clone that we've just installed. You can see previous video on YouTube, previous numbering system, right? You can see that I've done an Arch install. Now I'd like to test, has been tested for weeks now on the on Kiro, which is my default system, right? It's an Arch, it's an Arconet, it's running. But back to the source, right? Back to Arch. This is your default Xfce. How do I get ATT on this? Normally I would say, and normally is always good, right? Normally I would say let's get Nemesis in. So this is something we type in Kiro. Git has been installed, otherwise sudo pacman -s git. Install it. Again, let's make this a bit bigger. Preferences, appearance, use system font. No, not agree. 14, right? Select, close. Big enough. So git clone, not gut clone, that's possible maybe too. Git clone https You know the drill, github.com. My name is Erik Dubois. Good morning, arcolinux-nemesis. Do I have anything in there that provides the ATT? cd arcolinux-nemesis ls. So normally I would just run 0, right? Done. Now, what do we have with the common? That's basically a function script. We have the Archlinux desktops, which is going to be able to install, I don't know, Qtile or BSPWM, whatever is inside there. The packages are for the keyring for Celtic. Personal is, like you might have guessed, personal settings. And there's scripts. So the only thing I think we should have a look at, but maybe we should have a visual Thornar kind of look at these things. Thornar file manager to be sure what's going on, right? And visualize it a little bit. So we've got here the desktops. You choose run whatever desktop you want to install or use the installer. Common files, packages, the Celtic thing, check. Personal or personal settings, all kind of things that I like to have as settings. And scripts is all the rest, right? Install scripts is again for an overlook of all these things. There is the create Archlinux ISO that we don't need. So basically we need a install me ATT kind of approach. And the only thing, I thought that we had a folder that said Arch. Might have deleted already. Again, right? This is always in motion, these things. Would be nice if we had something to install, a script to install ATT. Let me see, all kinds of interesting things. All right, let's create one. Yes, so AI is coming in the picture. We're gonna go to the arcolinux-nemesis scripts. We're gonna go in here in scripts, and rather than going, well, there are two options. I can do this, open terminal, Claude, right, and run this. Yes, I trust this folder, and say create me scripts and go on, right, and keep typing. Or I can go to Super E, which is launching Visual Studio Code. I can change to the workspace that I need, which is arcolinux-nemesis. And in here as well, I can go on and type in the scripts folder, I'd like to do this and that, and change everything. Now, right, it's either not the two of them, but one of the two of them. Choose. So create me a script to install Archlinux Tweak Tool. It's actually called GTK4 because we've migrated now. GTK4 from where? Control Alt B, Control Alt B, and then we go to github.com, Erik Dubois, repositories, Archlinux Tweak Tool. Right, that's the source. That's one thing. Give it as much information as you can. So this and the package build you can find here. It's actually there already. So there's no need to build anything, to think about anything. It's basically go find the package build. Ooh, where's the package build? Third party, this one, right? Updated last week. So let me push the package builds one more. Okay, so package build for that one. Okay, up. I'm doing this on the other screen that you don't see. But if you refresh, look at this thing here, last week it says, and now it still says last week. Good. But it has been updated now. All right. So that's the folder. Actually, this is the folder. Let's be precise. That's what it needs. Okay. Let's see what it does, right? This is the first time I'm doing this, so fine. Let's learn from this. Create me a script to install it. That's why I find it here. Okay. Do you want to proceed? Let's put this one to the second screen so I can read everything. Yes. Exit. Probably don't have GH. Yes. So he's fetching the package build. The readme install. Let's see what he comes up with. I should tell him that he should use similar ways of installing. By that I mean, if you go to the scripts, there is some kind of extra text up here that all of the systems now use, thanks to Claude. Shall I proceed? Okay, let's say yes first and I read. Right, header matching existing scripts. Okay, that one, the source, installed packages, 5 runtime depths plus git. What is he going to do? He's going to do install all that. He's gonna build. He's gonna get the package build base, build a directory, package build and the readme install. Okay, create this. Executable. Yes, I've told Claude always to give me tips on each session. I want to know things. So use cost to check token usage mid-session. Typing cost is a Claude code. Prompt shows scope your reads with offset plus limit to avoid burning context on large files. And I write it away in the best practices MD, so I get a long list of best practices after a few months. Okay, so I think it's finished. Basically move this here and let's do an install what? Archlinux Tweak Tool. All there. Of course this is working here. This is my HQ. But is it working on Arch, right? So just a small step into the world of AI to show you what's happening later on Arch. Let's put this online. Yeah, I've done that as well. Okay, and then we're back to the story. The story is we're on Arch, right? And we want to have ATT. So we're gonna go for, well, actually you can kill this here. Git pull. That's what you need to do if you are, of course, inside the repo, inside Archlinux. Here he knows where am I, present working directory. Here am I, so git pull. Now he knows he needs to get something new. These things are coming in. We're going to go for the scripts, ls, and in here is install ATT, right? Let's see if that works. Cannot find debug edit, binary required, etc. All right. So let's edit this some more. Debug edit, fake root. Debug edit and fake root. If we go to Let's go now to the EDI. There he is. Right, it's gonna install all these things. We need something more. A backslash like this. Fake root and another backslash. Base devel is actually not a bad idea. He's telling me, always good idea to have that, but it's debug edit. Debug edit, and don't forget the slash. Coloring helps you, right? Now we push this back online. Test it again. This is what I like, right? That's what I live for. Figuring things out, putting it online, and then you're on EndeavourOS or Garuda, and then you pull your Git pull back in and say, okay, why it's not working? We need to remove this, we need to remove that, and then that's the ping-ponging I like, the tennis play I like. Done. ATT. You see, in the meantime, we've got a long list of things that we say are optional, right? Which are all there on Kiro, and some of them are installed. Like you see here, the blues utils here, the blues is installed. But that's the thing, right? That's the exercise. What should we do with the ATT if a user starts it here, right? Starts it on, well, for Xfce for one thing, but also on Arch, pure Arch. So it's time for me to test now. I'm just wondering, this has actually been a video about getting everything ready, so it makes sense, I think, to cut it here and say, okay, let's make a script how to install everything using AI, in this case Claude. And now the second video will be, okay, it's now installed, let's test it. Now before I end the video, I would never do this, right? Why would I never do this? Because of the fact that the package is already there. I am the builder of the package. Sudo pacman -s. What I'll do is install a browser, Firefox in this case, doesn't matter which browser, and I'll go to the internet. I know exactly where my build package is, and I'll go to github.com, and then I am really sure that I have the exact package that I have on my machine, right? It's the exact same thing that I have, which is this, and I'll download it. And that's the other approach. This is much easier, but it was more fun for me to create a new an exercise, right, with AI, sudo pacman -u Archlinux thing, and then you have the official one. Any difference? Probably not, right? But okay, here it is. 2 ways to install the Archlinux Tweak Tool on an Arch, which means on anything Arch, right? Now we've covered everything. Anything Arch should probably work with certainly the second option, but also with the first option. All right, see you next video.